All right, older ones up having a fly. A few little ones you can see scooting around, still trying to get the gist of it, but the big main flock is doing pretty well. You can see they'll come around here in a minute. Starting up to get a bit of height in them too, which is really good. So we've got a fair bit to do. We are in amongst a bit of a molt as well. You can see there's feathers everywhere, but I still like getting the birds up just to stretch their wings, because they haven't been out for a few days because the weather's been really hot, and well, yesterday was terrible. There was no way any birds are going to do anything, but today we've significantly difference in the weather, and they're up there enjoying it, which is good. They won't fly for too long, but you know, stretch their wings, get used to it, and hopefully get this group all together over the next couple of weeks. I was hoping they would have been together by now, but just this hot weather's kind of restricted us a little bit, but they're doing well. Let's keep moving on. So what I did, we've had a hen in here that's kept swapping partners, so what I wanted to do is utilize her. So what I've done is brought in the cock that over the back there that I'm going to send over to my friends sometime in the near future, because this one was meant to be a hen but it turned out to be a cock. So I've got two cocks from this line of birds, and what I'm going to do is pair him up to this hen, which is one of 83's daughters, and hopefully the rounder babies will just loft fly them for the time being. They're not going to make the race season anyway, but it just means that we've got a couple off him anyway, which is really good, because the only two babies I got off him I managed to get over to Meadows one loft race, just because they were, you know, we were just struggling for birds, so I managed to get those two in that team that we already had locked in. She has been with a few different partners in the other loft, so she might lay soon. She kind of looks like it, so the first slot of eggs I'll throw out, just because there's potentially could be 3 different males in there, and I want to 100% make sure that this guy is a father, and I'll definitely know they are his when they hatch, because we'll get rid of that first lot, and then hopefully he'll mate with her and hopefully make those bunch of eggs fertile. But he's definitely really keen, because he's been out the back in a separate section, and he's really keen to get down a round of eggs, where she probably needs a week. She's definitely paired up now by the looks of it, but we'll see how we go with them. I'll keep you updated, but we definitely need a round of eggs for them before he goes. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is the trouble one that I've been having. Finally think we might have got around to it. We had one nearly that was giving us a little bit of trouble, but I think I've cracked that one out. This one is getting pretty close. It's very flighty. I don't know what's wrong with it, but some birds are just born a little bit different. This one's been a bit of a problem. Normally when I let this one out I can't get it in till nightfall, but it's looking like it wants to go in, which is good. I think we're kind of winning. Well, I spoke too soon, but we'll see how we go. We're getting there slowly. Well, 1 or 2 more days, I reckon we can really starve that one out. Let's have a bit of a look in here. This is where all the action is at the moment. So, where do we start? We successfully have 2 eggs in here. Fingers crossed, everyone cross your fingers for me as well, that these 2 eggs are fertile. I'm not sure how we'll go being the first round with this pair, being an old boy, whatever. There's a few other reasons, but let's not worry about that. So it's worked out really, really well. So the plan is let's have a look at the big fella in there. He's on them quite tightly. We'll take out those 2 eggs that are in here, and what we'll do is we're going to move them across to this hen here. She actually laid the exact same day. She's actually on a 2nd egg now. So there's probably, I think she might have laid a 2nd egg today, and she laid her 2nd egg yesterday. So that works out perfect. The little mealy hen's on 2 eggs up the top there, but those ones are about 6 to 7 days out. So they didn't work out for me, but I'm going to take those eggs away at the same time we take these away. So this hen will lay again, and I might hope, well, if those ones line up over there, we'll put them over there. Reason being is I do want to give this guy another opportunity with another hen as well. So hopefully out of those 4 eggs, if we can do it, at least half of them will be fertile. That's the plan. He's an old boy, but I've got faith that he can produce some fertile eggs for us, and he's a bit of a good pigeon, so we'll definitely utilize that, which hopefully if we can get at least 2 out of him, that will give us well, 2 out of this pair. That will give us 2 birds for Pattaya. We do have 2 hatching down here, which gives us 4. I was hoping that this little one down here was going to hatch, but when I come in here this morning, the egg was cold, so they've decided to stop sitting on it, which is a little bit odd for that pair, but I don't know if it's any good anyway. It kind of looks like it candling it, but there's still a few little signs in there that I'm kind of like, oh, a little bit iffy. So yeah, we won't stress. I'll probably take that out as well now. I was hoping I'd come back from work and it'd be warm, but it doesn't look like it, so we'll take that one out as well, and gives us a few other options as well, because our main goal now is just to get a few rounds out for Pattaya, and we might get another round out, maybe put him with Storm or one of my other hens that we can utilize for some one loft pairings later on, because you know, Adam's starting to get a little bit excited about one loft, so who knows, we might be able to do a special Australian only team. So we're definitely working on a few bits and pieces in the background for something a little bit different, but who knows, we'll see how we go with everything that's going on. It's just busy, so we're just trying to it's just a sad the way that how, you know, well, it's not sad, it's just lined out that way that Pattaya sort of tees up at this time of the year for us. So we kind of just got to pump out a few eggs what we can and try and line that up as best as possible, get a couple of birds in there. Hopefully next year I'm a little bit better prepared. It's difficult here, trying to get the exact dates of when we need to breed them and stuff like that is very difficult, because we are solely reliant on the one loft race in Pattaya to send us those 2023 rings so that we can line up our breedings properly. And you know, if next year I'll just try and put pairs together and we'll be able to select from a greater range of birds. But for now, we'll just do what we can. So let's have a look at this little guy here, who's only just hatched today. So this is 83, and the best hen, very light little beak on there. He looks pretty good. He's got some crop milk in there, and looks like Mum is doing a really good job. She is a really good hen anyway, Little Storm. She's very good at raising babies and hatching eggs, so I don't have any doubts on her abilities. And you can see this little second egg here is starting to hatch as well. So hopefully tomorrow when I come home from work, there's another little baby sitting there as well. So this, that realistically, now that we've lost that egg down there, we've only got these 2, potentially those 2, and another round if we can get them out in enough time to get them into Pattaya. So we've hopefully got around about 6 babies to choose from if all goes well. So, you know, fingers crossed. I'm just hasn't really worked out as well for us this year, but you know, I should be able to fill my rings comfortably to get them birds in there. So we'll see how we go. You're a good girl, keep that up. So yeah, I'm just trying to keep you guys informed as possible, because it's not as simple as it seems. We're really relying on those rings. But some other good news, this guy is looking really good. So the hen that we seen in the beginning of the video is the mother of these 2 little babies. She's abandoned them. She hasn't been in here for some time now, and I was giving her the benefit of the doubt. She's actually shacked up with Apache, and she's almost probably laying his eggs. That's why I want to take those first set of eggs away, so that I know that the babies that she is going to lay next are from that Cassat cock that we've got. But she breeds some really nice babies. Look at this little guy. He's definitely some type of slaty, checkery thing, but he's just got some fantastic colour. Look at these little, like a little white around his eyes and a little black on his beak. It's very unique. And those little black toenails as well, almost like he's got nail polish on, which is really cool to see. And he's got this black chest there as well, so really excited to see. We'll see how we go. I'm confident that these guys should get up flying and we'll get them in the race team. We sort of cutting it pretty fine now. If these guys don't, I think we will. I think we'll have a bit of time, but if we don't, we'll just loft fly them and utilise them next year for the race team. So I definitely want to race some older birds, and these will probably be beneficial for that. So we'll see how we go. This year I don't really want to push the birds unless they're 100% ready, so I want to try and limit the losses. We've already got quite a lot of birds over in the other one as well. This baby's awesome. He's really small. They actually, when you look at the size of my hand, these pigeons are pretty small, these ones, so it's going to be interesting to see. Well, there's that naughty pigeon land on the roof if you can hear the scratching and banging. So we'll see how these ones go. These are very close to going across into the other loft, so these will definitely make the race team. But those ones, debatable. Don't want to push them. Just this year I'm going to do a little bit better, hopefully. And I'm sorry I had to take your other hen away, but we need to use Storm for something else, and you stole someone else's partner, so we're going to have to do something. I did put a hen in here for him, which is there's a Van Dyke hen over the back there that I put in here for you. So do I have to lock you in a box with her? Yeah, because I've actually seen king mating with her as well, so it's just out of control at the moment. I haven't seen them this crazy. Anyway, I'm going to catch you guys in the next video. It's starting to slowly come together, I think. See you soon.